Hey guys, it's Brandon Miniman from Pocketnow.com, and in this video we're going to unbox the HTC Legend here. You may remember the Legend from Mobile World Congress where John Wong of HTC slammed the device against a wall to prove how rigid and durable it is. It is cut from a single block of aluminum, kind of like the MacBooks, so it's very rigid, very durable. It also has a really interesting feel to it. We're going to do our own durability tests. It also has an AMOLED display, which means great battery life, fantastic contrast. It has Android 2.1, the latest version of Sense, and a lot of other goodies that we're going to talk about coming up soon. But let's get to the unboxing of the HTC Legend. Alright, and here we go. Looks like a very similar box to the newest HTC devices, which makes a lot of sense. Let's take off this bubble wrap here. Very cool. It shows actually the block of aluminum and implying that it's cut out of a block of aluminum, or at least I think that's what it means. Let's take a look around the box to see what we have here. Let's zoom in a little bit on the specs. So it's running at 600 megahertz CPU. It's got Android 2.1, which is of course Eclair. It's got 384 megabytes of RAM with 512 megabytes of ROM. This will not do 3G in the US, unfortunately, but if you're in Europe, you'll definitely be able to get 3G. It's got the AMOLED capacitive multi-touch screen, GPS of course, and we'll talk more about specs in a future video. Let's look at the Legend. So I think it slides out actually on the bottom and you need to sort of run your fingernail along here. Let's take a look. Wow. Tiny little device. I'm going to put that to the side. Very solid feel, I can tell you in hand already. And let's take a look what else we got. Interesting that HTC put the battery behind the device. They usually package it sort of underneath of everything here. Let's see how big the battery is. It is 1300 milliamp hours, quite a nice size. Should get really good battery life thanks to the AMOLED screen and the large battery life. See what else we have here. Some random stickers, some plugs. Micro SD card, 2 gigabytes. That's always a welcomed addition. HTC manual, warranty statement, safety and regulatory guide. Let's see if we get a case. Hopefully we do. Accessories, a little wall charger here. HTC pretty much includes the same accessories on all their devices these days. So here we have micro USB and headphones. No case, unfortunately. Let's take a look at the device. Okay, so here it is. I'm going to take off this film, get a better feel for the device. It definitely feels thinner than the Hero. We reviewed the Hero. The screen is only 3.2 inches diagonal, which is the same size as the iPhone, but devices are coming with larger and larger screens these days. The Legend isn't really intended to be a multimedia machine, I don't think. It just has a really great form factor, very durable, has buttons down here, makes it easy to operate with one hand, but it feels very, very solid, and it has a really interesting way that you get to the battery. You kind of slide this bottom part here. That's where the SIM card goes, and we'll have to look more into that to see exactly how all of that stuff works. But it's really interesting to feel a device that is carved from aluminum. Okay, let's take a look at the Legend next to some other devices. Here we have the iPhone. I actually made a mistake. The screen on the iPhone is 3.5 inches. On the Legend, it is 3.2 inches. Of course, you got that chin that sticks out on the bottom. And the Legend is pretty thin, not as thin as the iPhone. I'm really liking the feel of this phone. It's very unusual, very solid feeling. Let's see it next to the HD2. Of course, it's quite a difference in screen size there. Let's see it next to a device like the Palm Pixie, which obviously has a much smaller screen, different form factor completely. Should probably stack them this way. And next to another HTC device that was very, very popular, the HTC Touch Pro 2, just to kind of get a feel. The tallness is pretty much the same here, but of course the Touch Pro 2 is going to be much thicker because it has that slide-out keyboard. The keyboard on the HTC Legend is an on-screen keyboard, but HTC keyboards are very, very good. It's got a glass multi-touch capacitive screen, so it should have very sensitive, great feel to the keyboard. So that was the unboxing of the HTC Legend, and something that I just noticed is that the branding here on the back is extra large. If you look at a recent device like the HD2, the HTC branding was very modest, but on the Legend, not so much. I guess that's an okay thing. HTC wants to show off their brand a little bit more, and I'm proud to be using an HTC phone. I think a lot of other people are too, so not too big of a deal having the larger logo back here. And of course, they have, with HTC Sense, they're also trying to promote that in a really big way. So a lot more coming up on the HTC Legend. Be sure to follow us on YouTube by subscribing to our channel. That's it for now.